powers of the universe is in you. It's in everyone, every being, every matter. This is oneness. Seeing infinity in everything. Having the understanding of oneness is how you have access to the powers of the universe. What Huey Lewis and the News sang about, the power of love. Let's break down the roots of the word universe to see how subconsciously we have been told this the whole time. Uni means one, oneness. Verse comes from verses, which means turned inward. So oneness turned inward is the definition. Which is why I like to say the concept I will be breaking down today is the U inverse. So, everything is one, and everyone is in their own universe. This makes the universal game of life a solo player game. While it might seem like it is not a solo player game if you have a limited perspective, but the understanding of oneness, God, or infinity will open up to how this works. The goal of the game is to expand your perspective. While everyone is thrown into the three-dimensional world of matter to begin with, it is once you leveled up and moved to the next area or next world in the game do you realize that it's a solo player game, through the understanding that everything is one. Once you have a good understanding of oneness or collective consciousness, you then realize the rules of the game. And one of the rules or laws of the universal game is understanding we are all God, co-creating our reality. Let's take a look at the hypostatic union. This will give us a good framework to understand how this works. The hypostatic union is a Christian framework that states how Jesus Christ was both fully God and fully human. And Jesus, time and time again, was saying how everyone has the potential to be like him. This means that we're all 100% man and 100% God. And not realizing that fact is why the world looks so messy. But this is how co-creation of reality is occurring. Let's combine this idea and the idea of collective consciousness, and you can now zoom out to see how it is just creation happening. No duality, just one. Now, how can I use the fundamental laws to work on creation? Well, this is the idea of manifestation. Manifestation is using the concept that we have the ability to create. So anytime you complete a creation of any sort is manifestation, such as a project or an art piece. How this works on a more zoomed out scale is by understanding the connection between the mind and vibrations. Everything in the universe is just vibrations. It is all just frequencies. And electromagnetic frequencies is how we can perceive the three-dimensional world. This includes everything about you as well. Again, you inverse. So, understanding that everything is a vibrational exchange, we can realize this is how the brain is functioning, at a constant flow. But to understand how to use it in reality, we must break up the flow into an understanding of cycles. A great example that I like to point to is the sine and cosine graph. You see, it is a continuation of balancing itself out, going from positive to negative, back and forth, yin and yang. Our minds are like this graph. Constant expansion and contraction, positive and negative. So our minds and our bodies are just electromagnetic fields. This is how we can approach using metaphysics to affect the dualistic realm here on Earth. So manifestation is just the applied use of understanding magnets. The universe will only magnify whatever your vibration is. I repeat, the U inverse will only magnify whatever your vibration is. So, whatever thoughts and emotions you are having creates your reality. And for people who believe in science, this is proven. So So, shifting your thoughts and furthermore your emotions is the tool or the controls of the game. So, to manifest is literally just believing that it has already happened. But do not get it twisted. Thoughts are only secondary to the tools of manifestation. This is because majority of your frequency is your emotion. Emotion is just energy that is motion. Emotion. That creates electrical fields, creating magnetism or vibrations, which will end up as frequencies that is mirrored into reality. Emotions themselves are more important than one can ever imagine. Let's look at it from a point in your life where it was a normal calm day, but either one good thing happens or one bad thing happens and it changes the rest of the day. It will keep being good or bad depending on the event, and because of magnification, one of the laws of the universe is how you create reality. If the event was bad, you would continue to feel bad and the universe will make it worse. And if you feel good, the universe will make it feel even better. If you're having doubts on the ability to control your thoughts, negative thoughts keep occurring, let's take it one step at a time, one emotion at a time. And that is the practice. It will get easier the more and more you practice. I mean, a professional musician or athlete, they start with the basics and continue to practice the basics even when they're professionals. So we must discipline our minds. The mind shall be still. Because once the mind is still, all you can see is one universal truth, God or love. So once you have a certain mastery of the mind, all your thoughts become out of love. So the universe around you is loving. But the same can be true in reverse. Without discipline, letting your mind go to unloving thoughts such as fear, anger, depression, the universe around you is in a state that will mirror that. The more you are in one state, the more momentum of energy you create until it has enough charge to affect the other magnetic fields. So, how to love the outside reality is to love the inside reality. Ask yourself this: how different would your life be if you saw yourself as a walking universe or a loving God? How different would your reality be? How different would you act? There's more to the understanding. Let's jump back into the framework of electromagnetism. Another rule or law to the universe, and the other side of the coin to magnify, is balance or continuation. The cyclical nature of the universe. Energetic equilibrium. Let's look back at the sine and cosine graph. Before, we were looking at the relationship between how we have dualistic sides, positive and negative. But we must also look at the continuation of the graph and how it is infinite. The balancing of the positive and negative. This is the double-edged sword, like every aspect and tool of the mind. The mind, the body, the universe likes maintenance and patterns. You can see the rule or law being utilized in how hard it is to get out of habits. This is how one can get stuck in a mindset. But this also works with the magnification property we discussed before, the snowball effect. When you create enough energy, manifestation, the energy becomes exponential. This is due to the new maintenance of magnification. In the spiritual community, it gets clearer and clearer since the first wake up how it gets exponentially more deep due to this process. The initial awakening is due to building enough energy to change the maintenance of energy flow. So, let's talk about breaking these loops to get to your desired reality. We understand now that emotional states are magnified to create maintenance. So, we must shift our emotional states to what we want our desired reality to be. I'll repeat this, for it is so simple I do not want you to overlook it. Changing your emotional state is how you change your reality. This is because emotions is the language of the subconscious mind. So, One of the ways to do this, like I said before, is discipline, practice, repetition. By watching your thoughts and altering your emotions to align to your desired reality. This is meditation, stilling the mind. For once still, all you will experience is love. This is the practice of balance, of energetic equilibrium. But the other practice is by practicing magnification, building up energy, manifestation, or emotional charge. This is using the technique of believing, otherwise known as placebo, the fake it till you make it, committing to the beliefs, or devotion. This is how placebo works. People believing that it works makes it work, because people's reality is generated through their minds. So, practicing devotion is visualization. Experiencing the outcome so vividly and so intensely, like it's happening at that moment, and to continue doing this until you do not feel the need to visualize it anymore, otherwise letting go. The combination of these two practices, devotion and discipline, will get you to your desired outcome and even more. This is because you're shifting the emotions from the subconscious part of the mind that is using too much energy and just shifting it to your desired reality. You know you have successfully manifested it because it is your reality. Let's say this. If I told you I could give you your desired reality right now, what would you say? If you said yes, I want you to give me my desired reality, then you have not finished manifesting. You will not be into your desired reality until you say no to this question. Until you fully believe that it's already happening, where you have no longer any emotional attachments because you have already experienced, then it will happen in reality. It will happen externally. The destination is the prerequisite. Infinity on display. This is the solo player game. The power of the universe in you. The you in verse.